Hi everybody, this is Carl Lee Opson at the University of Arizona, and I am your instructor for SERP 590 Single Case Research Design, and this is your weekly overview for Week 8. That's right, we are more than halfway through the course, and we've built up a lot of base knowledge on single case research and research in general, and now we're going to enter into the part of the course where we learn about a different type of single case design every week, or what I like to call design of the week. This week's design of the week is the withdrawal design. And more accurately or completely, we're going to talk about A-B designs, withdrawal designs, and reversal designs. So, in this week, there's one learning objective. And in that learning objective, I want you to be able to look at a research question, your research question for this course, and tell me whether or not a withdrawal design would work. So for that one learning objective, we're going to tackle that using 3 activities. In the first activity, I'm going to have you watch a few videos where I introduce you to some content, and then you should read the text. It's an excellent chapter. The second activity, I'm going to ask you to read some actual research articles that are A-B and withdrawal designs. And finally, for the third activity, we'll do a discussion post in which you reflect on what you've learned this week and how it applies to your research question. Okay? In terms of the about A-B reversal and withdrawal designs, I have listed here the reading first. Frankly, it's probably better for you to look at the videos first. They're really quick introductions to a couple concepts. One is basically how do you figure out whether or not you can use a withdrawal design for your research question. And it's at its most basic level, okay? It's the one weird trick to figuring out whether or not you can use a withdrawal design. But believe me, it's more complicated than that, right? That just gets you past the surface. So really go back and look at the Ledford and Gass text. It's a really good one. It looks long, but most of it is examples, and the examples are pretty cool. And the examples, the way they present them, it makes it so that you don't have to read a whole research article to understand a whole research article. The other video that I provide is a short one that helps you understand the difference between a withdrawal and reversal design. Lots of folks talk about them as being the same thing, a reversal, withdrawal, withdrawal, reversal. There actually is a slight, very technical difference, and once you understand that technical difference, you'll have a little bit more knowledge on this than everybody else in your field. The other thing that we're going to do as an activity, the second thing we're going to do as an activity is to read some examples of withdrawal and reversal and A-B designs. So I give you a list of several. I would suggest you pick 1, 2, or 3 of them. Skim, okay? Or read in depth if you want to, if you just get fascinated. Some of them are long, some of them are short. The prompting patrons safety belt use at a restaurant, short. Most journal for applied behavior analysis articles are pretty brief. Same thing with the reducing wandering by persons with dementia using differential reinforcement is a longer piece, but it's really, really interesting. Pick some to read because they look weird. I made sure I include weird ones. Make sure maybe that you read one that uses participants that are like your participants. Maybe there are some of you who are choosing research questions where you're using social stories. There's a social story example here. There is one example of video modeling. There is somebody in here who is using system of least prompts for transition behavior. So I've picked some pieces that should reflect a little bit of what you guys are doing. And then when you finish looking at those, Then go to the discussion post. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the discussion post. And what I'm asking you to do is answer two questions. One is, what did you learn from learning about single case research and reading the articles? Like, tell me which articles you read, and what it is that you found interesting about them. What did you learn that applies to what you're going to do? What did you see that you thought was weird or fun or frustrating or confusing? Or you can ask me a question about one of the articles. Then the second thing I want you to do is tell me whether or not you can use a withdrawal design. I have in the question here an A, B, or withdrawal design. Anybody could use an A-B design for any research question. That means you take data on things the way they were, and then you take it away. Actually, some of you, if you have comparison questions, you couldn't use an A-B. You have to use a very specific design for that, and we'll get to those later. But I don't want you telling me I would choose an A-B design. That's a great design to use if you were a therapist or if you were out in practice. But we're talking about research here, right? And so research means you've got to go beyond A-B. You've got to show that that change that happened from A to B wasn't just chance. And that's what all these more complicated designs are all about, and the logic of single case research. I give you an example here, read through that, an example response. You guys have done great work on your discussion questions by, I think, looking through the example response for the kinds of things I'm looking for. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the detail that you're going into on your discussions, and I hope you get the sense that I am reading them carefully. I really do. I read each and every one of them. So that is your overview for week 8. Let me get back to it here. It's a long list of stuff that I've got poking around. There we go. If you have any questions, reach out to me. This is the start of an exploration for the next 4 weeks into different designs. And so make sure you look at it carefully this week, get the basics down, because the designs we look at from here on out are designs that are based on this initial A-B withdrawal and reversal designs. All right? See you next time.